Hey team, good to see you. So today what we're going to do is we are going to do a year-end recap. All right, it's that time of year we're heading into Christmas, and so it's a good idea to have perhaps some thoughts, some reflections on things that happened during the year. So maybe the best books that you've read, maybe the best TV you've watched, or the best movies you've seen. So I'm going to do some of that. Just as I do this, please do feel free, like, comment, subscribe. What were your favorite parts of 2025? What were your favorite books that you read? What were your favorite TV shows that you watched, or the best movies that you personally saw? Maybe they match with my thoughts. Let's see. All right, so firstly, all right, my number two. All right, so so we're going to look at books first, okay? The second favorite book of the year for me is this one. It is Ken Follett's The Armour of Light. I'm a big fan of Ken Follett. I've read a lot of his over the years, Pillars of Earth and the like. And this one again, it's about the revolution. Okay, there's a revolution in France, and it's going to spill over. The war is going to spill over into the UK. There's lots going on, the class struggle, all of that. It's a really interesting story. There are some very interesting, well written characters going through this situation. So it's really good. And I enjoyed reading it. But that's only my number two book. I mean, yes, outside of the Warhammer books that I read, outside of the Dune books that I read, and some of the other books that I read as well, the number one, here we go. Number one for 2025, best book I read was, you might remember me doing a review on this earlier in the year, was this one. Stephen King's book. All right. It is 11/22/63. It is a great story, a cracking read. It is really well written. It is obviously about the Kennedy assassination. It is Stephen King's twist on a time travel tale. There's mystery, there's the psychology of it, the impact of that on him. There's the relationships he makes with the people throughout the time. He's trying to hide the fact that he's from the future. So there's all of that. There's the mystery as to, because there's not exact records about the assassination as you might think. So he's trying to piece some bits of that together. And he's also trying to figure out, is it something he would do? Would he actually stop the assassination? How would he stop the assassination? To what level would he go? To what extent would he go? And there's sort of side stories that are parallel to that about the relationships, the friendships that he makes, some of the people he influences. It's about a teacher, so that's quite personal to me. And also there's another side story that he's involved with, or two others. Another side story he's involved with where he attempts this particular idea before, where he attempts to actually solve the issue with regards to something that happened historically. He tries to fix it, and he has to go back a couple of times to fix that particular problem. And then does it actually work? Right? Did the fix actually work? Right? So there's lots of those sorts of things within there. It also has got quite a nice link to some of the other works that Stephen King has written. Now, I'm not a big Stephen King fan. I've read a few of his. I've read It. I've read The Stand. Maybe a couple of others, perhaps. But no, I really enjoyed this one. It is something that I found really quite fascinating in the time travel, and then would it work or not. There was a bit at the end, as I said in the review, that grated on me just a little, but it was only a small bit, and I think that they resolved it quite well. But yeah, the characters were amazing and very well written. And so, yeah, for me, number one book of the year, Stephen King, 11/22/63. So if you haven't read that, do yourself a favour. I don't know if there is a digital version of it. I've gotten the hard copy version of it, but there might be a digital version out there as well. But no, well worth a read. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was my review, my end of year recap on the books that I have read for the year. Thank you very much. Please, before I go, please like, comment, subscribe. What books have you read this year that you have really enjoyed? What books do you want to read going forward? Have you read the June series? Have you read this one? What did you think of it? Did it meet your expectations, or did you think that maybe time travel a bit overdone? Maybe that's what you thought. I don't know. All right. So, in any case, that was step number one, year end recap. Just thinking about the different types of books that I have read. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Cordera, have a fantastic day and a great Christmas if I don't see you before. Bye.